My name is Sarah and I work at Montana Wild in Helena, and I'm the boating education coordinator. Today I'm going to share a really fun and easy activity with you that you can do at home called sink or float. In this activity we're going to think about why do certain things sink and certain things float, and it has to do with density. All of these objects, including you and me, are all made of molecules, and in something like this rock they're all packed together really tightly. It means it's dense. In something like this bark, they're more loosely packed together. So if this is less dense than water, it's going to float. And if this is more dense than water, it's going to sink. And you might be thinking, well, heavy items are always going to sink, but that's not necessarily the case. Think about boats and these great big ships, and they carry a lot of weight, and somehow they still float. Well, we're going to talk about why that is here in a little bit. But first, let's talk about the activity. You're going to need some water, so you can use your kitchen sink, your bathtub, a big bowl, or a pot. You can do this inside or outside, but if you do it inside, make sure that you put a towel down so that things don't get wet. Next, you're going to need a bunch of different items, and these are the ones I chose. You can choose anything you want. Go look around your house and your yard to find different things you want to test. Just make sure they're waterproof and that you have permission to use them. Don't use your TV remote. The next thing you're going to want to do is make yourself a worksheet. So just use a piece of paper and a pencil, and on your worksheet you're going to write down your guesses of which items are going to float and which ones are going to sink. Once you've had your guesses, you're going to start putting your items in one at a time to see which ones are going to float and which ones are going to sink. And you might have a few surprises. After you're done with this, you can also make a boat out of aluminum foil. And remember when I said that boats are really heavy but they still float? That's because of the special design and shape of a boat. It's able to displace or move the water around it, so even when it's carrying a lot of weight, it's still able to float. And if you want to learn more about this, look up Archimedes' principle and buoyancy. Now I want you to take your boat, put it in the water, and see how many of your items you can put in the boat before it sinks. You should be able to put a lot of different things in here, especially if you make a well-designed boat, and you just want to make sure all the items are evenly distributed throughout your boat. If you put all the weight in the front or the back or on either side, it's going to sink. So have a little contest with somebody, see who can make the best tin boat, who can fit the most objects in it, and we'd love to see pictures of the boats you make if you do this activity, so please share those in the comments with us. And I hope you just have a lot of fun with this activity. You can test as many items as you want, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.